The 2026 salaries for the Hanwha Eagles players have finally been announced.
While there are certainly some surprising figures, many expected significant increases across the board given the team's promising performance last season.
Overall, I believe the players have received deserved compensation based on their on-field achievements.
Let's dive straight into the biggest headline. Noh Si-hwan.
Seda, Penasa truly play at a 1 billion one level, nhưng đây là negotiation.
Sheda. This 1 billion KRW represents the largest increase recorded within the team, a testament not just to his 2025 season, where he smashed 32 home runs, drove in 101 RBIs, and led the team to a remarkable second-place finish and a Korean Series appearance, but to his long-term value.
He was, without question, the cornerstone cleanup hitter for the Eagles.
Shedda. The strategic importance of this high salary hinges on his impending free agency. Noh Si-hwan is set to become a free agent after the end of the 2026 season.
Shedar. There are ongoing discussions regarding a potential multi-year contract extension. The 1 billion KRW figure immediately alters the landscape for any interested external club.
Here is why. If Noh Si-hwan completes the 2026 season and enters free agency, he is automatically categorized as an A-grade FA due to this high salary.
If a rival team successfully signs him away from Hanwha, that team must not only compensate the Eagles with a protected list of 20 players plus 2 compensation players, but they must also provide a staggering 2 billion KRW in cash compensation.
Sheda. If Hanwha opts not to select any compensation players, the cash figure rises to 3 billion KRW.
Sheda. Immense financial hurdle effectively forces any competitor to spend an additional 2 to 3 billion KRW purely on compensation, making a pursuit of Noh Si-hwan exceptionally difficult.
Furthermore, Hanwha is utilizing a mechanism akin to the Larry Bird rule, although adjusted for the KBO environment.
For players who have been with the team for 7 or more years, only half of their annual salary is counted against the total salary cap.
Skida. This means if Noh Si-hwan earns an average of 3 billion KRW annually, Hanwha's cap space is only hit for 1.5 billion KRW.
Yet, if he moves to a different team, the full 3 billion KRW is applied immediately to that new team's cap.
The message is clear. By setting this massive benchmark, Hanwha is effectively telling the rest of the league, Noh Si-hwan is our player, and you simply cannot afford to take him.
Sheda. This move creates highly favorable conditions for Hanwha to negotiate a long-term extension, either before the season starts or during the campaign, and all signs point to a positive atmosphere surrounding those talks.
The ripple effect of the FA strategy extends to the bullpen. Take closer Park Sang-won, for instance. His salary increased by 20% to 263 million KRW.
You might hear questions about whether his performance truly warranted such a jump, especially when comparing his raise to a standout like Moon Hyun-bin.
But just like Noh Si-hwan, Park Sang-hwan is approaching his FA eligibility.
Seda. This salary increase boosts his FA grading status, making him a more expensive acquisition for any potential suitor, demanding higher compensation players and higher cash payments from a rival team.
It strategically protects the Eagles' assets.
Now let's turn our attention to the young stars who earned their massive paychecks purely through explosive performance.
Moon Hyun-bin had the highest increase among position players, second only to the strategically inflated salary of Noh Si-hwan. Moon Hyun-bin saw his salary jump an astounding
161,36%, bringing his annual earnings to 230 million KRW.
Sheda, this figure is higher than fellow phenom Moon Dong-ju, an incredible achievement for a high school graduate who is only entering his fourth professional season.
This rise is a definitive acknowledgement of his value and skill within the organization. Looking purely at the numbers, there can be no argument against this race. Moon Hyun-bin appeared in 144 games, posting a .303 batting average with 169 hits, 12 home runs, and 84 RBIs.
Sheda, he did not even begin the season as an unquestioned, locked-in starter, but his emergence became undeniable. Everyone remembers the pivotal moment, April 5th, 2025, in Daegu, where he hit the walk-off home run. That moment single-handedly rescued the team, and many commentators, myself included, argue that that heroic blast was the catalyst that truly propelled the Hanwha Eagles into the Korean series contention.
Sheda, success is a case study in vertical ascension. Last season, he earned 88 million KRW. Now, he leaps past the 200 million KRW mark.
Sheda, the pitching staff is also seeing rewards. Kim Se-hyun recorded the largest salary increase among the pitchers, hitting 168 million KRW, a 200% increase.
Although he struggled slightly toward the end of the season, many experts agree that without Kim Se-hyun, the Eagles would not have secured their second-place finish.
He pitched consistently as the full-time closer, achieving 33 saves with an ERA in the low 3.00s. He fully deserves this contract.
However, high salaries come with immense pressure. When players are young and earning low wages, their contract is often considered a bargain.
But as the percentage of their salary grows and their contribution to the cap increases, so does the burden of expectation. That is the fate of a professional athlete. Kim Se-hyun must now prove he is worth every won.
Moon Dong-ju has also officially broken the 200 million KRW barrier, signing for 220 million KRW.
After earning 100 triệu KRW last season, this is a clear sign of faith from the club, reflecting a 100% increase despite a somewhat inconsistent 2025 campaign.
We also see veteran players regaining ground. Ha Ju-suk successfully rebounded to a 200 million KRW salary. His solid performance proved crucial, and the team would have struggled without his contribution.
Additionally, rookie Jung Gu-ju, entering only his second season, signed for 70 million KRW after a 133% increase.
Manager Kim Kim-moon đã already signaled that Jang Woo-ju is expected to be a core piece of the middle relief bullpen this year, potentially filling the void left by other veteran departures.
Other significant figures entering the 9-digit club include Kim Jong-soo, a player who battled through injuries but became an essential setup man, surpassing 100 million KRW.
It is gratifying to see veterans who endured struggles finally earn that milestone salary.
Lee Jin-young, who showed outstanding production, especially in the first half of the season, also joins the club at 110 million KRW.
In stark contrast, we look at players facing salary cuts. Unfortunately, Kim Tae-yeon saw his contract reduced.
While I recently heard him sing incredibly well on a famous music program, he's genuinely talented, far beyond just good for a baseball player. He needs to refocus on his performance on the field.
He has established domestic stability. Now he simply needs to play better baseball and earn his way back to the 200 million KRW mark.
With the salary negotiations concluded, the Hanwha Eagles players are now free to focus entirely on spring training camp.
The high percentage of young players receiving large contracts signals a powerful shift in the team's landscape. Now the mandate is simple: earn the money you were paid.
We wish all the highly compensated players success this season, and for those who saw their salaries decrease, we hope they bounce back and earn huge raises next year.